Ah, shit, he's brought it back.
I was just about to say it. I haven't done it in a while. Give it a
Well,
swing.
he brought it back, and we are in week 16 now of Pound the Walk podcast, baby.
Keep pounding it, y'all. Yeah, we got 3 more weeks of regular season football. That's fun. I heard something about this like the first time in 10 years since at this week there's still no like solidified division winners. So that's fun. Fun time for football.
Yep, a lot of competitive football going on right now. It's a lot of fun. I'm having a good
Yeah.
time.
Keep pounding it with us. Shout out the viewers in the comments. Some people who haven't commented in a couple weeks. Shout out Heatherwood. She said, who would be a better friends, Josh and Rivs or Josh and Herb? I think all three of us would become like a crazy trio, maybe like an R&B group or something, country swing. I don't.
I could see it. I could see it. I'd like to hang out with Tyler Warren and Quentin Nelson for an evening. That would
Awesome.
be
I immediately pictured them holding you upside down on like a beer keg, like and you're
that's
dragging.
kind of what I was hoping for. So, Big Q, Tyler, if you're watching this, fucking keg stand me, boys.
Yeah,
And we
nice
have Mark
enough.
Ramey back. He said he was on hiatus, keeping us on our toes. Dexo Legit, back at it again, making some
Yeah.
the would feel fitting for the Chargers to put the nail in the coffin of the Chiefs. By God, I hope you played the lottery this week, bud.
Yeah, that was fun, and obviously we'll talk about that. That was week 15. Obviously Phillip Rivers played for you guys. I mean, wins and losses, but it doesn't matter. We'll
Hey,
talk about
I was pleasantly surprised, but we'll get into that once we cross into that section there. Let's
it.
just
Yeah,
dive in. Let's dive in.
yeah. 1 o'clock. Well, for one, smoked you. 9/11.
9/11, Mr.
Yeah,
President, he's hit my seventh tower.
yeah. Jesus Christ, how many towers? Yeah. Week 15 was fun. We played before y'all, so the 1 o'clock game, which was fun, I guess. Chargers at KC. Obviously Kansas City was hanging on playoff hopes by a thread. We're still chasing for a division win, and we grinded it out once again. Herbert with one hand was competent enough. Looked even more, I guess, better with protecting the football. Obviously, with time, he's going to heal up even more and more. It was a good game, man. Our defense once again just showed out. From the beginning to the end, Chiefs players' bodies were dropping. That was crazy. We were, and then that includes Mahomes at the end of the game. Obviously, torn ACL. That's a big bummer. But what I'm trying to say is our defense is balling. Tony Jefferson gets ejected for, I guess it was a helmet to helmet hit, but it was one of those ones where it's like the player drops low real fast. Literally unavoidable. I think even Jim Harbaugh said that. So shout out Coach Harbaugh for speaking out for his players. But yeah, that's a Super Bowl defense. We're not being talked about. They're talking about all these really good defenses, the Texans, the Broncos, some in the NFC side, but you don't hear them talking about the Chargers. Our defense is one of the best points against, yards against. We're balling. We're flying in the field. And if our offense can be complementary to that, because Greg Roman is ridiculous. There was actually a play on like 3rd and 16 where he threw a hitch route to Keenan Allen. Or Herbert threw, but it was a play. It was a drawn up play where he threw the ball across the field for a lateral. It was like on some like I don't know if you remember Travis Kelsey trying that with the Chiefs, but even worse and drawn up. And that was a play by our offensive coordinator. So yeah, that pissed me off. Our offense, with that being said, can still be complementary to a great defense that we have, and hopefully do something in the playoffs. That's all I gotta say. And the Chiefs aren't gonna be there. That's a fun one, right?
Yeah, first time Chiefs haven't been in quite some time, so that's it's a little refreshing. Glad to see kind of changing the guard here and mixing things up a little bit. Glad to see the Chargers are fighting, staying in there. Great defense, like you said. They limited points. We knew the offense wasn't going to be super explosive. Shout out to Amari in Hampton though. He's making his presence known with his comeback. But yeah, we knew it wasn't going to be a massive offensive day. And the Chargers defense did what they needed to do to keep them in the game. And Herbs and that offense did all they could do to get in the positions that they needed to be in, and ultimately, obviously, you see here the Chargers got the dub. Chiefs are out. So congratulations.
Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, fuck the Broncos for sure. But yeah, bye bye Chiefs.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Indianapolis game. Uh, let's talk about that defense. Where has that defense been all year? Obviously, with 40 something seconds left in the game, we gave up huge yardage to kind of seal our fate. But that defense stopped or kept in check an explosive Seattle offense, and that's exactly what we need to do. Sam Darnold did not look like himself. So if Old Man Rivers has a couple extra days to kind of study film, do what he's got to do, I think, we could still be a competent team. His arm is not nearly what he used to be. But, like we said, that brain up, he was reading that defense like a motherfucker. And it was refreshing to see because you haven't seen a quarterback be able to, check the defense the way Phil Rivers, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady has been able to do. A lot of these newer quarterbacks, they go through one or two reads and then they take off, right? They use their pure athleticism. I haven't seen a smart quarterback read a defense and pick them apart. And he came off the bench after 5 years, not doing a thing. How many times has he actually really thrown the ball? Has he been working out much? And for him to come out and just, again, there was no pep in the throw, but he knew exactly where those receivers were supposed to be. Obviously, there was the one with Josh Downs. There was a miscommunication there. I think Downs did a stutter step. By the time he looked back, Rivers thought he was supposed to be here, and he was here. But I'm pleasantly surprised with how Philip Rivers played. Not studying any film, just coming off the couch and doing, keeping us in the game. And shout out, I don't even remember what our kicker's name is anymore because we're on our third one. But 60-yarders. Yeah, he had a 60-yarder. I thought we were going to win the game by a point. Obviously, we kind of let it down in the end. But ultimately, I was thoroughly impressed with how Philip Rivers read that defense and kept us in the game. Yeah, I mean, I have nothing more to say, other than if he had a couple weeks to prepare for this and hit the weight room a little bit, get them hips a little bit looser, may have had a better chance. But ultimately, we did lose the game. It's unfortunate. Was it a surprise? No. Was it a surprise that we stayed in as well as we did? No. Not when you have a mastermind, future Hall of Famer Philip Rivers in there. So, yeah, that's it. It was fun to watch at the very least. Till the very end.
Yeah, I was locked in on that game more than any other Colts game probably. Uh, and you're absolutely right too. Like, I guess not to discredit the talent of like the best quarterbacks in the league right now. No one, not even the best quarterbacks, are like doing protection calls all the way up to the last 10 seconds of the play clock. You can see him reading the defense more than any other quarterback. Like it's vintage Rivers, and I would say he's not very far off as far as arm talent as he was as like 2020 Rivers. I mean, obviously it's not as good, but at that point too, you weren't going to see him throw a 60-yard, 50-yard pass on stride. Like Alec Pierce. You're not going to. It's not going to happen as much. But that being said, I mean, he hit a few like very unpickable balls. You know what I'm saying? Like very smart. Like, oh, he can't get it all the way out there, so he's gonna throw this back shoulder. One was like to Jonathan Taylor, which was really close early in the game. I think there was a couple to Pittman. They're unpickable balls, and from a blind eye, some people might say, "Oh, look how noodle armed he is," blah blah blah, and that might be kind of the case with his strength, but that it's intelligent pass making. And yeah, I'm sure he's gonna put more than like 120 yards like he did this week, coming up against even the Niners. A great defense, great team. So yeah, give him a few more days. I'm still full in on Philip Rivers, especially because you guys are in such an interesting position currently. One spot away from that very bottom wild card spot, and it's all like battles between your division teams. I don't know. You guys got two really big games against them coming up, both Texans and Jags. So I still wholeheartedly think Philip Rivers should be the guy. He's going to be the guy this next week too, and hopefully he keeps it up. Hopefully he grinds out a win because he definitely could have done that against Seattle. He got him down there, kicked a field goal. There was just a little bit too much time. But yeah, your defense was great, especially against Seattle. you just want your play. If you get in the playoffs, you guys can be a deadly team. It's just and that's all on Philip Rivers, unfortunately. So, and I believe that he's gonna do it. A lot of people are still hating on him. It kills me to see it. He looked competent. He looked smart. He looked capable. You know.
Yeah, his first drive, you can definitely see the jitters were there. The nerves were definitely getting to him. Uh, but who wouldn't? I mean, it's nostalgic as hell for him. Coming back on there, he's got a lot to prove. His speech after the game about showing his sons, his grandkid, and the team that he's coaching that you just got to take these chances because you're not going to know. And I thought that was really poetic and inspirational. So hell of a dude, man. He came out there just to show that he's not afraid. He's still got something left in the tank, and he does have something left in the tank. He scored a fucking touchdown against an NFL team. He did his little. You can definitely tell the locker room presence. That he's got the team fired up, man. Everyone was just playing at a different level. They were excited, and for him to have a touchdown against an NFL team coming off the couch for 5 years. I mean, there were quarterbacks that didn't throw a touchdown who've been playing all year that week. Joe Burrow, for example. They goose egged. So the fact that Phil Rivers came off, last second, threw a fucking touchdown in the NFL when superstar quarterbacks in their prime did not do that. Come on, man. Give them some flowers, man.
And apparently, fact checking us from last week, apparently he's the second grandpa. I think Brett Favre, I heard something on like Hard Knocks. They said Brett Favre was a grandpa in the NFL at one point. So second grandpa. But whatever. It was still awesome. And I'm still going to be equally excited, if not more, to see him hopefully get a dub on Monday Night Football. That's going to be awesome. So yeah. I'm rooting.
So I do have one thing that I do request the NFL do. Take away that interception from him. He's a grandpa coming off the couch for 5 years. Yeah. And he was throwing the ball way further than he knew he should fucking throw that ball the last second. That was about 20 yards outside of his reach. So just get rid of that interception. Just put an asterisk on that one.
On the clock. That's classic vintage Philip Rivers as well too. Like he doesn't give a fuck. I don't know. Phil, I'm rooting for you, man. Yeah, and poop player Tua Tagovailoa. He might not ever start again. I'm sure he'll get an opportunity somewhere else, but he's being benched. He's some shit.
I'm gonna give my poop player to Joe Burrow. One of the worst games I've ever seen him play. You've seen all the interviews, I'm sure. Is his heart still in it?
Is he elite? Is he even in the elite caliber list anymore? At what point was he the last time he was even shown to be elite? You know what I mean? Like the middle of last year, end of last year? I don't know. Is he elite? I don't know. You forget you're on the podcast?
I was just tired of listening to you.
All right, well, yeah.
No,
Week 16.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to pull up.
Week 16, we're going to get into it right now.
Thursday's a
So I
fun
move my
one.
monitors. Gesundheit.
Thank you. I think that might be the first.
That's how the Spanish say it.
Huh? I speak American. And Chinese.
Yeah. Alright, Thursday night. This is going to be a good one. Sorry.
Oh. What, to Matt? Dex so legit? Hey, that dude, Aaron's comments on he's a Rams fan. Yeah, you got the Rams. Well, you got the Rams.
Got the Rams. You got the Hawks.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good game.
It should be a great game.
Going to be a great game. Only basis I'm going off of is they won the last one by 2 points, so they're still playing hot. So
I still think the Rams are the best NFC team, but they're hurt right now, and this might hurt them for the playoff seedings and stuff. My gut tells me Seattle gets a home victory tomorrow or tonight when you guys watch.
Could be possible. Could be possible. All right. 2 Saturday games. That means we got football all fucking weekend, brother.
Awesome. And college football's here. Playoffs, that is. So yeah, that's cool. But yeah, anyways.
A lot of football. Philadelphia at Washington. We both got Philly. Washington, straight doo-doo team. Even though they beat the Giants, which is another doo-doo team. But like you said last week, are they fighting for draft picks at this point?
Yeah, and Jaden's pulled. He's done for the year, which I guess you could argue is the right decision for some obvious reasons. But yeah, I got Philly. They just smashed the Raiders. That was fun.
Yeah, man. Green Bay at Chicago. This will be another good one. I got my Wrigley hat on. Let's go Chicago.
Yeah, I was really up in the air, but Green Bay's another banged up team. Chicago at home.
Chicago at home, primetime football. Oh, yep. All right, we both got Buffalo against Cleveland. Buffalo, it's the Buffalo Bills. Cleveland has struggled offensively. Wish the best for Shador next season, but Buffalo's still fighting for a playoff spot. They just beat New England, which was arguably one of the best teams in the NFL. So yeah, give me the Bills.
Yeah, I agree. Great game by Buffalo. Statement game, statement comeback game. So I think they just keep running hot to the playoffs. I agree.
All right, we both got the Chargers against Dallas. Dallas team, they struggled this Monday. And the Chargers are hot on defense. What the fuck was that? Hot Chargers defense against the Dallas team that goes up and down throughout the season. I mean, that's just kind of what they do. Obviously, the Chargers have a lot to play for right now. They're fired up, so I'm going with the Bolts.
Yeah, I think in the locker room, the team as a unit right now is like in a really good place. We've grinded out. These are hardball type game wins, and I think we can just keep showing that we have that grit. It's not just once every 2 weeks and then we lose. We just got to grind out these wins. Really hard games. And also, Dallas is kind of dead. Their playoff hopes are dead. I see that playing in a role in how they come out and play. So hopefully that happens. Hopefully it happens. Bolts up.
All right. Kansas City at Tennessee. We both have Tennessee. I'm kind of going off the premise that KC has really nothing to play for. A couple of their players are tuned up. Obviously, Mahomes is out of the picture. Are they going to want to play some of the receivers that have, I've just checked their injury report. Thornton, I think Rice was on there. They did practice, but
body bags. That's the Chargers defense for. We really hurt these motherfuckers. That was crazy. Sorry.
So they beat the shit out of the Kansas City defense, offense too. Yeah, I don't know. Just Tennessee came off a game where it started looking like it was gonna go their way at one point. Yes, KC has nothing to play for, so give me Tennessee.
Yeah. Cam Ward over Gardner Minshew, I guess. Yeah, I would say that. I mean, Kansas City's defense still can come out and put on a showing, but I just don't see Gardner Minshew in that offense with no run game doing anything. So yeah.
I just don't think their heart's in it. I mean, you saw the interview with Chris Jones. He didn't even know this was a win or out game last week. He was like, "We're out? Oh." So I don't know. It's just you don't typically see that from one of the captains and one of the best players on the team just not being situationally aware like that. So I just don't know if their heart's been in it all season at this point.
Yeah, basically.
Moving on. New York Jets at New Orleans. As much shit as I've talked about New Orleans, they did it, I guess. And the Jets have just been a stinky team all year long.
Yeah, Tyler Shuck, man, I'm a believer. I got to go with him, man. It is a poop game, for sure. But Tyler Shuck.
Minnesota at New York Giants. It's tough for me to do this, but give me Minnesota on this one just based on what I saw Monday night.
Yeah, I got to go with the Giants. It's a gut feeling more than anything. Minnesota has looked more better, but they're still, I don't know. I just gut feeling. Giants at home. Give me Jackson Dart balling against JJ. That'll be fun.
All right. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Carolina Panthers. This could easily go in the way of Carolina, but something in my heart says it's going to be the Bucs. Give me Tampa Bay on the road.
Yeah, I agree, obviously. And this is a big contentions game. Very, very, very fun one to probably tune into. So be excited to see it. It's anyone's game here. I could pick Carolina, but I got to pick Baker. Got to pick Baker Mayfield slinging the ball. Mike Evans is back. He got banged up again, but he looked really fucking good coming back, so that's fun. He needs 450 yards a game for the next 3 games to get 1,000. Will he do it?
Yes, I'm betting on that every week. And even if he doesn't get 450 one game, I'm going to put that he's going to get like 700 the next. All right, Cincinnati Bengals at Miami Dolphins. I have Miami on this against everything in my head telling me to do this. It's just a Cincinnati team. It looked poor this past week, and again, they are statistically eliminated as well. Is their heart in it? Joe Burrow's heart does not seem like he's in it. His comment in one of the interviews said, he doesn't anticipate leaving the Bengals next year, but he's just not having fun playing football, he said. So,
Yeah, that's it's so lame. If we want to keep bringing that up, it's so lame. Fuck Joe Burrow and his 100, $200 million fucking salary. I don't know. That shit's
$275 million extension.
even if you are
And
sad, dude, keep that shit to yourself, Joe. You know, I don't know.
it's pretty bad for the locker room, to see
That's what I'm
your.
saying. ESPN keeps talking about it. It's like, yeah, you're depressed, dude. We get it. Like, I don't know. I know that sounds rude. I'm talking about in the sense of like a football team and trying to, carry on an organization. That's what I mean. I don't mean life, but I kind of do too. But anyways, I have to go with Cincy. With all that being said, I don't know. I don't think Quinn Ewers is gonna do fucking anything. That's my opinion. I think Quinn Ewers isn't that good, and he's gonna start and look bad. But Miami's
He's
defense,
gonna fucking destroy that Cincinnati defense out of
Yeah, I mean, the
nowhere.
scripts make sense. Like, give him a win, give the first start, like getting him a win against the Bengals. I could see that happening.
The script has been scripting this year. My buddy put the over on the Monday night game at 43 and a half, and they scored 43 points exactly. And they went for the two, down 13 or something, with 2 minutes left in the game. So the 2 point conversion would have done really nothing score wise. So the script is scripting, y'all.
Yeah, there's definitely aspects there that get fishy. I don't know, man.
All right,
Could
moving
be.
on. Jacksonville at Denver. I need this game. So yeah, give me Denver. I think they're just a better team than Jacksonville. Even though Jacksonville has been kicking ass all year, one, I need them to fucking give Jacksonville some losses. So yeah,
Jacksonville's hot. Uh, Last couple 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, they've been pretty hot. But Denver, and I'm not. Denver's had some fluke wins, like games where they seems like they don't want to win, they still end up winning. Great defense. I think that they're going to make Jacksonville fall off their little tracks, and I hope that for you guys. And I also believe we're going to go 6-0 in the division and not win the division. At this point, I'm convinced that's going to happen. So yeah, I think Denver is going to win.
that's crazy.
Isn't that insane?
Atlanta at Arizona. I guess I forgot to click. So I'm just gonna go the opposite of you, just because you
Oh,
have additional wins on me. So I need to bang out some wins this last 3 weeks. So give me Arizona, man. Give me Jacoby Brissett.
what if it was a tie and you would have got it that way? I don't know, but
That's
yeah, I gotta
crazy.
go with Atlanta. I gotta go with Bijan. Kyle Pitts is like finally blossomed into a player. I don't know. It's fun to watch actually. Go Atlanta.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm just going the opposite of you, apparently. All right. Pittsburgh at Detroit. We both have Detroit on this one. Pittsburgh. They've been looking okay the last couple weeks, but I think Detroit's just too high powered of an offense, and they can probably really just disrupt Aaron Rodgers. And if I'm not mistaken, TJ Watt is still out.
Yeah, I would imagine a punctured lung. Actually, I don't know. I don't know how that shit works. I was about to
I
just
don't know. I'm not sure how punctured lungs work. Like it just.
having a tie rod, like the exact same thing. Apparently, I think that's how Justin Herbert got his first start. Was the exact same thing when they like stabbed his lung with the injection to the back or something. I don't know.
Oh, we both got Detroit though.
Yeah, I'm rooting for the Steelers. I would love for us at this point. I'm like convinced. Hopefully, we get the fifth seed and then we get to play Pittsburgh, which would be the fourth seed. I think that's what's gonna happen. Hopefully, I mean that is if we grind out wins. But yeah, I'm rooting for them. But nah, they're not gonna win.
All right, Vegas at Houston. Yeah, that's
Yeah, move on.
no.
That one's a very solid move on.
New England at Baltimore. This ought to be a good primetime game. it could lean in favor of Baltimore depending on which version of them shows up. But New England coming off a close loss, in the game that really mattered. I think they're hungry right now, need to stay on top. So give me New England.
Yeah, I gotta go with. I've also am convinced by the end of last week now. Even though they lost to the Bills, man, New England when they're hot, which they've been like all season, they're just solid. They're a solid unit. Yeah, I think they're
See
gonna dominate.
Drake May's lead block on that like 80-yard run.
I'm not sure if I saw that, but was it the
Yeah, it was like a
Trevion?
broken. It was a broken run to the right side. He bounces it back. There's a huge gap in the left. Starts running downfield, and Drake May sprints down, throws a lead block 60 yards down the field for the touchdown. Fucking crazy.
Ballers do. Football player
So
first, quarterback second. I like that.
they're
Yeah, Drake May's been
that's
solid. They're coaching.
that's the New England Patriots this year. They're playing football, and if that version of them shows up, then I can definitely see them beating Baltimore. And then we have the San Francisco 49ers at the Indianapolis Colts.
Yes, sir.
Give me Indy, man. They look too good against Seattle. I think with more time, Phil Rivers gets better. And, obviously he's going to practice with the team a little bit more. And he's got film that he can study up on. And he's just a smart fucking quarterback. I think he's got the jitters and the nerves out of the way. And knows that he still belongs in the league. And if that same version of Indy shows up, especially that defense, and they can shut down that San Francisco offense, we have a great fucking chance of taking this one.
Yeah, I'm a believer, dude. I'm a believer. And Monday night football to cap off the week, like it just makes
And at
too
home?
much sense.
At home, too. We've been on the road for a little while, so hell yeah, man. Send us home, get us a dub.
Yes, sir. I believe in it. Your defense just needs to show up again, because San Fran's got some weapons out there. But hey, you just did that to Seattle, so what can happen?
We can do that to Seattle, we can do that to San Fran, and if we can do that to San Fran, let's
Yeah.
fucking go.
So I'm rooting for y'all. Who do you got? Do you got a NFC favorite? Like you think is gonna go to the Super Bowl right now?
I still like the Rams, dude. If they can squeeze out the division and get healthy, in that bye week, I think they have a really good chance.
Yeah, I agree. They got to get that bye week almost though entirely. It'll get tricky once you get into the. There's be weird matchups. We'll see what happens. But I still got the Rams. But I don't know about AFC. Anything's for grabs AFC wise.
AFC is so up in the air. I mean, obviously a lot of these teams have played each other at some degree, and
They're just all beatable. Everyone's beatable in my opinion.
everyone's beatable. I mean, it's just I love the AFC, man. It's like this every year. It's very competitive. Has been for quite some time. So I'm glad both of our teams are in a conference that is just so up in the air every year. There's never uh, except for like the '06, '07 Patriots, those fuckers.
Yeah, I
But
mean that definitely has been the case more than the NFC. I feel like growing like in the last 10, 15 years, the NFC there's always like some real shitty division situation, like a 7-9 team. Like that just happens every other year or so in the NFC. Just like that. Like AFC, you're right, it's just competitive. I would say the NFC is better this year, as far as just how they've been playing. But yeah, anything's up for grabs. No division locked yet, so we got 3 weeks of football, guys. That's fun. It's fun stuff.
all right, yeah. Look at my background. It's way different this time. All right, y'all. Well, again, we are going through the rest of 2025 with no betting. But
Yeah.
for some of the viewers, we have something in store for you in the next couple weeks. Hopefully, it turns out pretty cool.
I'm not even sure I know what you're saying. What you're talking about?
Rivals.
What's that? Oh, the TikTok people.
No, man. We'll catch up afterward. Don't want to spoil the
Alright.
surprise quite yet.
I don't know. I'm one of the viewers.
Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, do things, don't do things. Thanks for tuning in. This was week 16 of Pound the Walk Podcast, baby.
Pound it. Turn it off. Turn it off. Put a girl on.